This is Turnbuckle TV, the home of UK independent wrestling on demand.
It's in our blood. DNA Wrestling have decided to really throw a very diverse match together in terms of the styles. We've got Harry Mant going in, who's obviously a rising star within the UK at the moment. I feel like character wise we're just finding out about him. I think we've only sort of scratched the surface in what he's about, his persona is, and it's probably a learning for him as well as it is for everybody in the audience. On the other side of things, we've got Paul Robinson, who arguably, in my opinion, 2019 definitely standout performance of the year for me in this country. You know, you look at Super Strong Style 16 for me, you know, had sort of three or four incredibly different kind of matches, different kinds of styles, and I think that put him on the map really for a lot of people, especially in the promoters' eyes. And hence why he's now the Proteus champion, and you know, obviously he's having very good success defending that title as well. And this has come at probably the best time for Harry Mant. Paul is just coming off of very few defeats in DNA Wrestling against Big Effing Joe, and for me anyway, the first time I've seen Paul after a match where he seemed a little bit unsure of himself. I think for the first time there was a little bit more vulnerability in him. That just might be my own personal perception of him. But when I was interviewing him, normally he's very much, you know, he'll push me out of the way, he'll tell me to get lost and do one. For this one, I felt like there was sort of something, maybe, you know, there's a little doubt creeping into his mind. He wants to be DNA Wrestling, you know, he's claiming that it's his manner. But I feel like for the first time, you know, the pressure is on now. You know, Harry Mant has to really strategize this properly. I think he has to think about the use of Mr. Buggles, the teddy bear. Is he going to use it? Is it going to be a big part of the match? In my opinion, it's either going to work very favourably or very unfavourably, I think, in this one. For Paul, I fear for Mr. Buggles with Paul, because I think that he may humour at the very start of this match Mr. Buggles, but I think after a time he's just gonna really let loose, you know, and show his real violent self and really show that side of him that you know, he's going to be so intense that there isn't going to be any gaps or gasps for breaths in between. He's just going to really go to town on it and get this over and done with, and walk out victorious. I think the big thing here for Paul is not so much going to be on the performance, but I think just picking up the W is going to be the main aim here. I think it's just going to be very much go in and get out as quick as he can, and you know, go for that next big matchup for DNA Wrestling, which I'm sure is going to be coming after this, if of course he picks up this victory.